Good evening everyone and welcome to Gavra Racing. It is the first round of the Clio Cup. Here it is Donington National, as you can see. The format for tonight is 15 minutes of free practice. We have got 5 minutes of qualifying and then we go into a 21 lap race. So it's all going to be very interesting out on track. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Jameshead14. I am usually the Gavra Academy commentator. I am stepping into the breach tonight on a solo commentary to take you through the Clio Cup, and I will be alongside you all in the commentary box for the rest of this season, which I'm very excited for, of course. So with us being at Donington, it is a local, it's a UK track, of course. Let's just get the map and the timings up. Thank goodness for that. And it looks like we've got a full lobby, which is absolutely fantastic. For the first round of the Clio Cup, well received attendance. Absolutely fantastic indeed. So let me take you through the driving grid that we have got. It is L1 to get to the other cameras. Come on, James, you should know this. So we have got GJDM, we have got Duke Martin, we have got Steve Boldham, new driver to me. He hasn't been part of the Gavra Academy series this season, so he's brand new. I think he was part of Group A. I was covering Group B, of course, on Gavra Academy. Motormouth is 4th on the line there, Jukebox Hero in 5th. And there's Lek out on track. He's the first one of the guys out on track. Of course, 15 minutes of free practice. These guys getting used to the track layout. And with it being the Donington National, you can see on the track map, if I can't really move like a cursor or anything around, but if you see like the corner, just off the Sector 2, just off the straight, it obviously goes out, well out into the country once again, and then turns at a double right-handed hairpin, and then turns back in. That's the GP track. On the national track, we are going straight right of where that little section is. So I'll show you when Lek comes through what I'm on about. Lek is about to come through. I will go through the other drivers in just a minute. So Lek is now approaching this. He's getting his tyres warmed up in the Clio Cup. These cars can reach in excess of about 130 mile an hour, I think, down the straight. Yeah, this is the corner I'm on about. So they go right here instead of going left out into the country to a double right-hander. Let's go through the rest of the field then. King Quinn, oh, and that's not great from King Quinn. Jesus Christ, he's nearly ended up in the pit lane. And he's recovered that well. He's probably ended in somebody's back garden there. King Quinn, goodness me, he'll appear soon. There he is, mowing the lawn. Not great, going for a spin, just about prepared for a lap as well, so that's not ideal from him. We've got Led the Iron, who is out on track going through into turn 1. Bessar, Big Smokes Cheese, one of my favourite names out of the driving lineup. Pure Drive, oh, somebody else going for a spin there, not sure who that was, but that was somebody I think I was just on board with. Percy, T-Struck Germany, and Matteo is there as well. So we've got 14 drivers currently out on track. Oh, sorry, we've got 15 with Motormouth. Sorry, Randalux has joined in. Randalux has joined in. So we've got 15 drivers, which is great. Let me tune into the comment section and see what you guys are saying to me in the comment section. Of course, I do like a lot of interaction here. So put in your race predictions, put in who you think is going to do well, put in your support for the drivers out on track, and you never know, the best comments might get read, and I'll be on top of the comments during the night. I'm the GT3 co-commentator, Cadwell. I've been catching up on the GT3s actually, but I haven't really seen the and that is Matteo into the wall. Goodness me, that is going downhill into turn 4 just before the end of sector 1. That is not what you want to see at all. Let's see some drivers out on track. Bessar currently quickest with the 118 flat. He is just going through. Somebody has joined the party. I do apologise. Just going to mute him. I'm in a party with quite a few others, so if you hear or see of anyone else, then I do apologise for that. Evil Dragon has joined us. Good evening, Evil Dragon. Hopefully you're doing very well. Fingers crossed for Percy. Quite a lot of support in there for Percy. Let's get him out on track. Where is he? There he is. Oh no, it's Pure Drive. Wrong person. There he is. That is Percy. going towards the end of... oh, and Gavra's left. Hopefully that is not connection issues. There is Percy, 7.2 seconds off the pace, a 1:25.3. But I think this free practice session, it really does engage these drivers in actually practicing the track. We've already got a second separating the top three. So that's Bessar, Steve and Two-Stroke Germany, I think, the top three at the minute. Let me just confirm that. There is Bessar. Gavra has joined back. No concerns there. Thank you to the 14 people who are tuning in as well. And I don't normally stream the free practice. If you've seen me in Gavra Academy, then you'll know I'm a stickler for timing and I like to be on time and commentating. Somebody's just gone off track there, as Kinquin has just gone third with a 1:18.9. So very nice lap there from Kin Quing. And let me just run you through, actually, because we've got team names for these guys. Let me just run you through the team names. So, as teammates, King Quinn and Randalux, number 88 and number 87 in the BM Racing car. Obviously the liveries are quite different, so on board with King Quinn at the minute. Duke Martin and GJDM in the G-Duke. The G-Duke Racing, that's a bit of a mouthful to say. I'll try and get on top of that for next race. We've got Mist Racing, who are Pure Drive and Percy. To be decided, there's not a team name for this, but it's Maltamouth and Steve, who has gone to the top of the timing screens and is going quicker, so let's ride on board with him for a lap around here at Donington. So him and Maltamouth are in a team as well. WDE Motorsport are Big Smokes Cheese and Lek, number 82 and 83. Italian Clio Racing, Bessar and Matteo, both Italian drivers, and it is great to see a vast array of talent from different countries coming together and actually getting on top in this league. Fantastic stuff. Full credit to Gavra for putting it on, of course. Vane Racing, NM Haney and Jukebox Hero, and then we've got Two-Stroke Germany and Let the Iron, who are in teams as well. Hopefully everyone has covered that. Just go back on stream if you're unsure of who's in what team. But that's the rundown of that. And of course, with the Clio Cup, I can confirm the race calendar as well. So we've got Donington National this week, as you're seeing live on stream now, with 8 minutes of free practice left, 5 minutes of qualifying after this, of course. Two drivers going for a spin there. Hopefully they're not doing this in the race, because we're going to have Evil Dragon-like IndyCar commentary here, I think. Goodness me. They're all dead at turn one, I think, is going to be what I'm going to be saying. As Bessar's going quickest with 16.8. So let me run you through the calendar then. Donington. Today, obviously. Next week we have got Catalunya. That is going to be with heavy cloud in qualifying and 19 laps in the race. And an overcast race there. Zolder comes the week after, the Belgian track, which of course is going to be covered in the W Series, I do believe, and that obviously has got quite a lot of publicity recently after signing a deal with Channel 4. It is fantastic to have W Series on Channel 4, of course. So after Zolder, we've got Le Circuit Bugatti. Le Circuit Bugatti is essentially Le Mans, but it is the shorter layout. I love that track on this game. Then we go to the Nürburgring Sprint track, another favourite track of mine, out on track. Let me give you somebody to ride on board with. Two-Stroke Germany just coming through to the final two corners now. So after Nürburgring Sprint, it is Sportsland Sugo. Now, Sportsland Sugo is a track I'm not familiar with at all, so I'm going to be needing the track map up for that. Ruapana Park in New Zealand is after that, on for round 7. Then we've got the legendary American tracks. We've got Laguna Seca, Willow Springs, and then Sonoma Short, which I think is just the perfect end to this championship, really. Laguna Seca, especially for these cars, will be a big test, and for these drivers, certainly be a big test going forward. Somebody has joined my party, by the way. I'm not sure. I hope he's got he's muted. Sorry about the blue screen once again. Two-Stroke Germany just going for a bit of a slide through there. Let's go on board with Steve Boredom then. Steve Boredom, I'm not sure if he's on a lap at the minute. We've got about 6 minutes left of qualifying. I don't think he might have just came out on an out lap, actually. Let me have a check on board with the comments. these bloody Clios are a handful. And that is from CRN Round Robins. They seem like a bit of a handful because hardly anybody is really controlling them. I think what you've just got to try and do is feather the throttle a little bit going through the corners and then apply the power on exit. You don't want to be doing that through the middle of the corner because you're ending up in a bit of a mess, in a bit of a spin. That's my advice to any driver that's listening. Take it easy, make sure you hit the apexes and feather the throttle through the corners. You do not want to be doing that going through the middle of the corner. You want to be getting that on exit of the corner and trying to get and gain time out of that. Nice power slide, go round deluxe. The rear always tries to swap ends on me with them. The rear end does like to kick out a little bit, I've noticed, which is yeah, which is great. Let's have a look at anybody else that's coming in. Nobody else is in at the minute. The comment section. If you do want to get in touch with your predictions, of course, just make sure you have got make sure you put your top 3 in, because I like to read out some predictions and I like to predict some drivers to follow and the top 3 as well, so you'll become familiar with me throughout the 10 rounds of Renault Clio Cup. So Motormouth hasn't set a lap yet. Motormouth, another driver that I've covered in Gavra Academy, of course. There's about 9 or 10 I think I've covered of Gavra Academy last week. Who were these people joining, honestly? Goodness me, give us a break. I'm trying to stream here. Jesus Christ. Oh. Motormouth then, through turn 1. Number 32 on his car. I think that is the correct number that he is running. Let me just confirm that. Motormouth is 176 actually, so that is the wrong number on his car. But Motormouth is now coming through turn 4. Oh, and look at the rear end kicking out. Don't want to be stepping out on the rear end because it really does cost you time. And there's quite a few cars going down towards turn 2. In fact, I think there's been a little bit of a crash there on the mini-map. Going through turn 3 and up to turn 4. That way. Oh, Motormouth ended up in gravel. And of course, for any British viewers in the stream, we've got touring cars coming around here, and that is what you don't want to be seeing from Motormouth at all. Let's go on board with somebody else then, with 2 minutes and 55 seconds of free practice left. Let's go on board with Steve Boredom. He's 2 tenths up, nearly 2.5 tenths up in this second sector. Doing a nice job currently. He's about to come through the final corner. 17.7 in his quickest lap. Through the final chicane, right and left. Catching the apex nicely there on entry. Stepping out the back end a little bit. Just losing a little bit of time. Now onto the run to the line. Very short run to the line here in Donington. And he improves by 200. So he goes slightly quicker. Not quick enough to top Bessar, who is really in a different league at the minute. 16.8 and 6.6 seconds currently separating the top 13 drivers out on track. Motormouth the only one not to set lap. I think we've also lost Randalux here as well. I'm not sure if there's connection issues holding him back tonight, which is a shame if there is. I really want to see as many drivers as possible applying their trade and getting used to these cars. Leck has got Hamilton on the side. I hope that's Nicholas Hamilton. Of course, he's part of the touring car lineup this season, and the touring cars do come to Donington this weekend. Again, apologies about the blue screen. There's people wanting to join my party. I'm becoming so popular tonight. Goodness me. Anyways, Leck is on a lap, going just up the kink into the right-hander. Let me get a track map up so I can give you some corner names instead of just turns 1 and 2 and 3 and the rest. So let me just get a track map up for this, and I think it is exactly the track layout that's going to be used at the weekend for the touring cars on Sunday. So let's ride on board then with, let's go back on board with Leck and let me tell you the corner names. So he's on through Redgate now into turn 1, that is Redgate. On the run down towards the Crane of Curves, the most, probably one of the most famous corners on this track. Corner name, certainly. 1.6 seconds off the pace, by the way. So he's through the corner curves, now to the old hairpin, which is turn 4. Looking very nice indeed. Nice on exit. Oh, he's just lost a bit on the back end. He was 600ths up, and that is him nearly into the wall. Goodness me, we could have been having... I don't know what could have happened there. Let's go and bother with Matteo. Matteo, who was a very eager beaver. He was the first one into the lobby when I joined. And he is now running down to the corner curves at turns 2 and 3. Hollywood is just before this. That's Hollywood. Now coming through the corner curves, turn 3 and 4. Now into turn 5, which is the old hairpin. And then there is that little bridge section, of course. Practice, by the way, is over. We've got 90 seconds to run down on the clock. So Matteo is on lap. He's improving by a 10th and a half nearly. Through Starkey's Bridge and now onto the Schwenn's Curve and McLean's. Approaching pretty much the highest point on the track here, apart from the start-finish straight, of course. Matteo is about to come across into the sector 2 line. And he's going great guns and he's 900ths up. Not losing the back end too much either. Matteo going through Coppice and now on the run down towards the Robert chicane, which is the final corner here, of course, at Donington. And he's about to come through now. Through Roberts. Through the final 2 corners. Losing the back end. He's not applying the power too much on exit. That was a bit shoddy, if I've got to be honest. Across the line. Matteo, I think he didn't improve there. No, he didn't. He did not improve. Big Smokes Cheese now on the run to the line. What a great name that is. Big Smokes Cheese across the line. Doesn't improve. 1.9 seconds off. Let's go on board then with another driver who is not finished. King Quinn across the line. Doesn't improve. 1:18.1. Motormouth is on a lap, I do believe. The practice session, however, is over. Everyone has finished their free practice around here. And Bessar tops the timings. Steve Boredom second and Two-Stroke Germany in third. And I don't want to return to the race central because it just loads in straight away. Qualifying session. These guys have got to get out on track as well because 5 minutes fly here, quite literally. This track, 1 minute 17, 1 minute 16 a lap for the quickest guys. It flies. You've only got real time to do an out lap and two fast laps, and then possibly an in lap as well if you really put your time right. So then Steve Boredom is the first one out on track. Let me get up the speedo on the map for you guys. Put in your predictions. Who's going to qualify on top? I'm very eager to see what you guys are predicting. Let me check on board with the comments while we get into qualifying. Nobody has put in any comments. Get yourselves involved. Get yourselves involved. More involvement from the audience is better for me, and it gives me a bit more effort to do. I'm not getting paid for anything, you know. Goodness me. Steve Boredom though, 4 minutes already left in qualifying, so I've already said that it goes by quick. Getting a little bit of a frame drop after the servers on kicking up like they normally do on this game. But Steve Boredom now on the run down towards the Robert chicane and to start his first flying lap. So, trying on board with him. He was one of the quickest in practice. I'm going to put him probably third on the grid. I'm going to say Bessar will get pole. I think somebody else will get second. I think Jukebox Hero might get second here, and I think Steve will get third. Taking a very wide entry. A driver's allowed to do that. Going wide into turn 1. Use as much entry exit as possible there. Goodness me. Anyways, through the corner curves goes Steve Boredom. And now through the old hairpin, which is this corner coming up. JDDM has left. Somebody else has left as well. Vandalux is disconnected again. So obviously those guys might just need to improve their connections for the next race, of course, in Catalonia. Schwenn's Curve and McLean's now up next for Steve Boredom. Just cutting the corner slightly there on the inside. You can get your your lap time invalidated because of track limits. Motormouth has experienced that already in the race feed. I'm not sure if that was off practice or if that was off qualifying, but you don't want to be doing that at all. Steve Boredom now on the run down towards the final 2 corners. Roberts chicane, 117 mile an hour under the braking zone, down into third. applying the power nicely. That is the sort of run out you want to be taking. Steve Boardman now on the run up to the line. He's about to set the first time here of qualifying, and he sets a 1:18 flat. So that is currently the quickest lap. Really, and he's like cutting into the pit lane there nearly. Goodness me, who else is in a lap? Let's pick on board with somebody. King Quinn up towards the final corner. King Quinn, another one that was quite quick in the practice session. Now got to apply his trade here in qualifying. Somebody just running wide in the background of shot there. King Quinn is about to come across the line, and he will go second with a 1:19 flat, so just under a second off Steve at the minute. Let's run on board with Multimouth, one of the guys from Gavra Academy who's recently qualified for his licence, as is many of the drivers in this championship, of course. Multimouth across the line. He does not set a time, but we've got Percy just setting a time there and behind him, the 1:28.4. He might be slow now, but come in a couple of weeks he will get quicker. So if you're wondering about Percy, don't worry about him. He will quicken up, and these guys obviously get closer to each other, and the qualifying sessions become a lot more competitive. Duke Martin across the line goes 7th with a 21.1 in the meantime. Thank you everyone for tuning in, by the way. I do appreciate your support in the comment section, as well as viewing the content that is going on out on track. I'm just trying to get into the thing. F1 penalties are bullshit. I think we all know that, to be honest. Terrible. I obviously apply my trade on league commentaries for TTG and on F1 as well, so I know full well what that means to everyone, especially if they play F1 2018. But let's try and get a bit more involvement in the comments section. I'm going to put the link in to the stream. We've got 9 seconds left in the qualifying session here. It goes by so quickly. I haven't even got on board with half the people I was supposed to get on board with there. Two-stroke Germany's on a lap. Jukebox Hero coming through the final corner. Now he's one of the guys I said for the top. Currently not proving himself at the minute. Percy, by the way, has improved. 21.4 if you're a fan of him. Steve quickest with a 17.7, and King Quinn with a 18.6. And that was Duke Martin just in behind, actually, going second with an 18.4. Bessar quickest of the practice times. Let's see how he's going here. Through the final corner. Through the final 2 corners. Oh, he spun! Bessar quickest in practice. I cannot believe that. He's got to get that car. Of course, it's manual. Is he going to reverse across the line? He's not. Is he going to J-turn it? I hope he J-turns it. There's cars coming his way. Come on. He's made it just in time. Goodness me. It was a 27.4, going backwards for half of that final lap there. Not too bad at all. Percy, I think, two-stroke Germany has gone quickest. Two-stroke Germany, one of the Group B drivers from Gavra Academy last season. Goals quickest, fantastic lap from him. I was on board with somebody there and I've totally forgot who I was on board with. It was Percy coming around the final corner. He's going to be the last one to come across the line. Is he improving? I hope he is. Percy across the line. He does improve, doesn't improve his position though. 21.2 at the end. And that is qualifying over. Two-stroke Germany tops it by 0.02 of a second from Steve Boardman second. King Quinn in third, so big shake up there from the practice times. Pure driving Duke Martin rounding off the top 5 there as well. Everyone now loads in. Let me get the speedo and the map up. Put in your predictions for top 3 finish. I am going to go for Steve for the win. I'm going to go Duke Martin second and two-stroke Germany for third. That is my prediction in for this race for Gavra Racing, the Renault Clio Cup, of course. Thank you to everyone that is tuning in. Gavra Racing standard is 2 wheels inside the white line at all times. If it's inside the white line, then what about if people go wide, like off the pit lane exit? I don't get that. It's a weird one. It's a very weird one. But goodness me, somebody started share play. I hope that really doesn't affect my connection in this stream. I hope they are listening, those two that are doing the share play in my party. Better be. Otherwise I'll be very angry. Go Randalux, nice power slide. It's just all the same comments from beforehand. I do appreciate everyone tuning in for the race, and I do appreciate, of course, your support in the comment section, as do the guys at Gavra Racing. This is my first ever solo commentary on this channel. Give some support for me as well, if you like the commentary that's going on. But wait until you see what happens in the race, because I could be pretty mental in the commentary box, as I think we are getting ready to load in. I hope we're getting ready to load in. We're just sitting here in my own time. I think Christmas might come soon before this. Anyways, we are about to sink in now. As soon as I've just said that, Christmas has already came and gone. We're now into 2020. 3 red light sequence, and then we're going racing here in Gavra Racing for Clio Cup action, and 2-stroke Germany gets the better jump. They all go down into turn 1. 2-stroke Germany leading the way. Steve in second, King Quinn in third. Steve trying to go around the outside of 2-stroke Germany here into turn 1. Not looking too bad at all. Oh, he just comes across him slightly. I'm not sure if there's been a bit of contact in behind. I think there has. Motormouth and Jukebox Hero, I think, have been caught up in some sort of contact at the back of the field. Motormouth certainly has been. 2-stroke Germany, though, runs through into the end of the first sector and leads the way by 0.4 of a second. King Quinn is second at the minute. Steve has dropped to third, and he's now under pressure from Pure Drive. Pure Drive right on the back end. That's Duke Martin in the background as well, with Lek getting involved. And Steve defending the inside line there. Oh, Lek's off. Lek is off in the background, going for a bit of a spin. Oh, there's more crashes. There's more. More people off. Who's that? Pure Drive and Duke Martin, I think, have just contacted there. Yeah. Pure Drive and Duke Martin. Duke Martin has ended off on track. There he is. He just appears into the screen. Goodness me. What a tremendous start to that race. 2-stroke Germany. King Quinn. Now Steve trying to attack down the inside into Roberts' chicane. Not looking too bad at all. Let me get the track map up just so we know where we are. Side-by-side action running down the straight. Somebody's off in the background. There's been a crash actually in the background. I think that might be Motormouth and somebody else. Motormouth and somebody else is off in the background. At the end of lap 1, I do apologise about the timing glitches that are happening on my screen. 1 minute 12 behind for Bessar. Not really great at all. 2-stroke Germany leads the way then from King Quinn in second. Steve attacking him in third though. And he could try and go around the outside here at McLean's. Not gonna work there. Much better run off the corner compared to King Quinn, I think. But 2-stroke Germany has got the gap out in front. King Quinn second. Stephen third. There's been a bit of a change there. Matteo has just been overtaken, I think, by Bessar, who is making cracking progress through the field early. Just losing the back end there, going through McLean's. Now on the run up the hill towards the highest point of the track. There's a bit of action going on further down the field. That is Motormouth and Big Smokes Cheese battling 9th and 10th. Big Smokes Cheese trying to go down the inside, and there's a spinner. Motormouth has gone off track, mowing the grass there. I think the marshals won't have to do that job come the end of the race. 2-stroke Germany though leads on the end of lap 2. Quickest lap, 1:18.1 at the minute. King Quinn second. Steve is third, still trying to attack him. Timing glitches occurring there. Lek and Bessar. Bessar now trying to go around the outside of the turn 1. We've also got action further down. It looks like between Percy and Pure Drive, and Bessar sells the dummy down the inside. Gap appeared on the inside. Absolutely beautiful move by Bessar. And he's up to 4th, and he's past Lek. Matteo chasing in behind. So we've got a whole host of drivers chasing each other. Bit of action going on further down. It's Pure Drive and Percy, as I said, for 7th and 8th, running through. In fact, I'm going to go on the board with battle for second, because Steve is getting close to King Quinn again. 2-stroke Germany pulling out in front. 2.2 seconds at the minute. Going off track slightly there, King Quinn. That's left the gap open in the door for Steve Boldham, and Steve has mastered that, and he's up to second, round the outside. Beautiful move. He's got 1.1 second quick on this lap as well. King Quinn in third. Let's get back on board with Percy, because he is dropping down the field. I think he's just being passed by Big Smoke Cheese. He's got a little bit of a train behind him, actually, with Motormouth and Duke Martin, who seems to be struggling in these cars currently, just dropping off slightly. Percy and Motormouth into the final 2 corners. Coming towards the end of lap 3 here at Donington National. And two-stroke Germany still leads the way by 2.2 seconds. Stephen second, King Quinn in third, who I think has lost time now. Percy and Multimouth running wide. Multimouth carried a bit more speed. He's going to be side by side now, running down into turn 1. I think he's already going to have him. He's cream cracking him around the outside, and Multimouth will have the run into turn 1. He's coming across the line, but he's allowed to defend the inside line there. Nice move. Duke Martin now beginning to attack Percy just in behind this as well. Somebody off in the foreground and shot was Big Smokes Cheese. And two-stroke Germany is 4.7 seconds out in front. I think Steve has had a mistake. Steve has had a mistake. He's lost position to Lek. Lek has made a mistake, and I think there's been some sort of contact. There must have been. King Quinn is now down to 4th. Bessar is involved in this, and somebody's off. That's Matteo going off wide. Yeah. And Matteo now coming under pressure from Big Smokes Cheese. Big Smokes Cheese down the inside. He's going to get him. Nice move. Back on board with the battle for third, though. Look at this. Battle for second, actually. Lek, Steve, King Quinn, Bessar. Hopefully everyone is enjoying the track, the on-track action, I should say, at this point. And it looks like we're going to be Noah's Ark formation down the straight. We are. It's 2 by 2 they go. Ooh, near contact. King Quinn just moving across Bessar. Brilliant action here. Steve is going to go wide into turn 1, trying to get Lek round the outside, and he's settled him round the outside. Goes Steve Bowden for second. Lek in third, King Quinn in fourth. We're getting beautiful action here. Bessar's just in behind as well. Might be getting held up by these guys. We've also got action further down the field. Big Smokes Cheese pulling away from Multimouth and Matteo losing ground. Well, the battle for second heating up. Two-stroke Germany though. Clear, 1:19.8 last time around. He's 6 seconds clear of Steve, with Lek, Bessar and King Quinn all involved in this battle, and it looks like Lek could be trying to go around the outside of Steve here. Oh, and there's contact in behind. There's contact in the behind. As soon as I move with the camera shot, Bessar and Pure Drive have had contact. Sorry, King Quinn, Bessar I should say, have had contact. Both of them off track. Two-stroke Germany, Big Smokes Cheese is just settled through the middle there. It's up to 5th. Back on board with the battle for second though, and this is all sort of just crumbled before our eyes. Massive mid-pack battle going on. Let's go right on board with Steve, because Lek is getting closer. He is getting closer. He was faster last time around with Steve's spin, of course, and Steve slightly quicker last time around, but they're going quicker than the leader there. 18.4 and 18.7. Lek sells it down the inside. Just had the move done. He was ahead going into the corner, I think. Corn's going flying. I think Pure Drive just going through shot there in turn 1 is up to 4th. Let's have a look at this battle that's going on. Mr. Meyer, please do me the coverage of muting me. Thank you. Multimouth, King Quinn running down the hill in towards the old hairpin and Starkey's Bridge. Into the end of sector 1 again. We're on lap 7. Two-stroke Germany has it by 4.9 seconds. That gap has just closed in a little bit. Lek and Steve now beginning to get going, but the mid-pack battle is where all the action is at the minute, with King Quinn. Oh, just losing the rear end there, and there's spinner. That was Multimouth losing the rear end there, and he's forced King Quinn off. The driving standards here might just need looking at a little bit. Whole field separated by 30 seconds roughly at the minute, as we've got Steve, who has got a penalty. Steve has picked up a penalty. Must have been for corner cut somewhere out on track or running wide. That is what the red thing shows on his on the side there. And Steve was in fact 2 seconds slower, so he must have picked up a penalty for going off track wide. Lek taking it easily into turn 1, 5.5 seconds off the lead at the minute. But the battle for second still rages on. Pure Drive is starting to get closer as well. 18.2, much quicker than the guys ahead of him. So really closing down. But look at that train in behind him. Big Smokes Cheese leading Bessar. Then we've got Duke Martin and Matteo seem to be in a world of their own at the minute, and Multimouth is getting closer as well. Then in 10th we've got Led the Iron. King Quinn down to 11th with Percy and Jukebox Hero. Still 13 drivers out on track. And we've got action. Big Smokes Cheese and Bessar. Bessar now down the inside in towards the train's curve, and McLean's round the outside he goes. Bessar all the way around the outside. He's got Pure Drive making a mistake in front of him, and he picks up 2 positions there. 2 positions gained for Bessar, and now Big Smoke's Cheese is trying to go around the outside. There's a little bit of contact on the side of the cars. Pure Drive will have the advantage though, and look at this. Duke Martin and Matteo getting involved as well. More contact, more wheel banging. They don't want to be doing that down the straight. Goodness me, that could cause a massive, massive crash. Could be Evil Dragon sort of standards there. Pure Drive and Big Smoke's Cheese just coming into each other. A little bit of wheel banging, I think we call it in the business. Matteo's getting closer as well. Battle for 4th, heating up. And in fact, there could be a battle for 3rd, because I think Bessar is beginning to come back to these guys. He's lost time on that last lap around. Steve beginning to hunt down 2-stroke Germany, who must have made a mistake on that last lap, because it's a 24 flat compared to a 22.4. Some of the guys in behind are running quicker. But great stuff at the minute going on. Matteo on the back of Duke Martin now. He's got now Motormouth right at his rear end. On lap 9, I think Duke Martin might have just went off track slightly there. Big Smoke's Cheese is ahead of him. I think Pure Drive has lost that position. Yeah, he's lost that position to Bessar, who has now begun to pull into less than 10 seconds, separating the top 7. Great action going on currently. Might be a bit of wheel banging, and the driving standards might need looking at, but still. 2-stroke Germany leads, 5.9 seconds. Steve, I think, has made a bit of a mistake at the rear end there. Second, 3rd, Bessar in 4th, running down the straight. The goal, Pure Drive was coming under attack there by Big Smoke's Cheese. Let's ride on board. Let's give you a bit of a onboard camera shot. Let's ride on board with Big Smoke's Cheese and see if we can get any closer. He was 4 tenths quicker that last time around. Pure Drive, he's not close enough into turn 1, however. Back to the trackside can we go with Big Smoke's Cheese. And he's got side-by-side action there. I think Multimouth has just completed that move on Matteo. He's up to 8th. Multimouth is up to 8th. And now, it seems like Duke Martin might be starting to attack Big Smoke's Cheese here. We're nearly halfway through here at Donington. Round 1 of the Clio Cup Championship. And it is 2-stroke Germany who leads. An 18-1 last time around. 4.5 seconds clear of Steve at the minute. Leck in 3rd with Bessar 4th. Pure Drive in 5th. Big Smoke's Cheese in 6th. Duke Martin 7th. Multimouth in 8th. Matteo in 9th. And Led the Iron rounding off the top 10 at the minute. We've got King Quinn, Percy and Jukebox Hero 11th, 12th and 13th. Bessar has just picked up a penalty there. I think I'll be either a second or a second and a half or 2 seconds getting on to the time at the end of the race. Obviously for clear use of track limits. Involved with Pure Drive. There is Bessar. He's beginning to attack the back end of Leck. 2nd, 3rd and 4th separated by just over a second. Wide outline being taken by quite a few drivers now. I think they've got in on the Steve act that I'm calling this in this. But 2-stroke Germany leads. A 19.6 last time around compared to an 18.4. Steve was quicker that last time around. He's gained about a second. Maybe even a second and a half for the majority of that, and he is beginning to hunt down the leader. It's not all over yet, we're only at halfway. We're only just after halfway, and here comes Bessar for 3rd. Leck has made a mistake, and Bessar's down the inside. He's already got him through Starkey's Bridge and into the Schrains Curve. He's already got him, and Bessar is up to 3rd. Round the outside he goes, catching a little drift there, and very nice indeed. Let's go on board with the battle for 7th then, and let's ride on board with, if I can work the cameras and go on board with Duke Martin. Let's see the slipstream effect happening here. Duke Martin trying to get closer. He's 5 tenths off him at the minute in the slipstream. Just running out of a slipstream at the minute. Don't think there's much of a slipstream advantage. Oh, somebody going for a move there. That was Leck trying to go back on Bessar there for 2nd and 3rd. Let's go on board as we go on to lap 11 with these guys. 5.5 tenths quicker that last time around. We're getting into the 17s and the 18s, so plenty of these drivers are going quicker than their qualifying times, which are quite wide, and Leck has gone massively wide there. Almost off to the county border there. Goodness me, could have had a bit of a moment there with Leck, but now Bessar on the back of Steve. second and third. Bessar was a second quicker, more than a second quicker than last time around compared to Steve. Two-stroke Germany out in front, and if you're a fan of him, he has truly dominated this race so far. 18 flat last time around compared to an 18.4 of Steve. Bessar was quicker with a 17.1, and he was quicker than anyone else that last time around on lap 10. On lap 11, about to start lap 12 with these guys. Hopefully everyone is enjoying the action out on track, and hopefully we're all getting involved in the comment section about how good this first race has been, and if this is really going to set the tone, you know, for the rest of the season. With Catalonia up next, Zolder coming shortly after that. It is going to be a great season of Clio Cups, and I'm here to take you through all 10 rounds of the Clio Cup, which I'm very, very excited for indeed. I might run a little bit late for 2 of them, but trust me, I'll be there. Two-stroke Germany leading the way. Stephen second. Was he getting any closer there to two-stroke Germany? It's now 4 seconds, just bridging the gap slightly. These guys, I think, are starting to catch him as well. Bessar is still the one we're on board with. Lek is in 4th, has just dropped off the back end here by about a second. Pure Drive in 5th. Let's go on board with Matteo and Motormouth then, because they're having a battle for 7th and 8th. And of course, the points for this race. Let me just confirm the points for this race. Of course, we've got 30 for the winner, 27 for second. Let me just confirm the points that these guys will be awarded. So two-stroke Germany out in front will be getting 30 points. They'll be getting 30 points, 24 for second, 21 for third. Not your traditional F1 standings, 25, 18, 15, 12. It is 30, 24, 21, 18 here in Gavra Racing. And the points all go all the way down to 16th for the championship. So even if you are that 16th place driver, you are still guaranteed points. As I can see now, a battle starting to develop. Bessar is right on the back of Steve. He has came from the back of the pack here, Bessar, actually. And this is a driver of the day performance if I've ever seen one. Because he's went from 13th to 3rd in this race, a position gain of 10. He's got 2 guys in front of him. There's now 4 seconds separating the top 3. These 2 are beginning to get on with things now. Two-stroke Germany could be vulnerable come the end of this race. He's got to watch out. Watch out on the right-hand side as well for the fuel, because some people can run out of fuel. I've seen it before in my commentaries. Here comes Bessar. He's done a move here on Lek before. Can he get the move done through into McLean's, round the outside? Not happening, is he? Is he going to go around the outside? He's now on the run-up. He's just forcing off. Somebody is off track. I think that was Jukebox Hero off track, was it? Just saw somebody there on the inside. In fact, I cannot believe it. It's two-stroke Germany. Two-stroke Germany has had a spin coming out of McLean's, and I've totally missed that. Two-stroke Germany out of McLean's has spun, and he's lost the race lead, and now we've got a 3-way battle for the lead between Steve, Bessar and Lek. I do apologise for that miss, but now this race has been thrown wide open. Two-stroke Germany, I was saying he was struggling. I didn't think he'd be struggling that much to spin. Bessar now going around the outside of Steve into turn 1. Lek is just going to sit there and probably wait until anything happens in front of him. Pure Drive is not out of this either. I would count anybody else out at the minute. We are 66% of the way through this race, and Steve is now under attack from Bessar. But look at Lek in behind, 5.5 tenths separating. He was quicker than the guys last time around, and this race has been turned on its head with the spin of two-stroke Germany, who is now under attack from Motormouth further down the field. Absolutely unbelievable. And we see a move for the lead. Bessar down the inside at McLean's, trying to get the move done. Steve around the outside. They don't want to be touching through there. Lek is just in behind, 3.5 tenths behind, separating the top 3. Steve on the outside. He loses control of the rear end. He nearly goes into Bessar. Goodness me, and he recovers, and he's gone into Lek, and he's put him off. I cannot believe it. Losing the rear end. Steve, what is he doing? Lek could have easily had that move. It's now Pure Drive that could guarantee himself a podium out of this. Front 2 have got penalties, remember. Lek and Pure Drive could be the inheritors of the win. Possibly, but now Bessar has completed the impossible. 13th up to 1st. He's position gained of 12. He is leading the way by now a second from Steve into turn 1. Lek in third, Pure Drive in fourth. Absolute madness going on here in the Renault Clio Cup. Big Smoked Cheese is now up to fifth. Motormouth Mateo, two-stroke Germany now eighth. He must have had another spin on that lap. And he's running wide again. This is not his race. Start on pole, he's down to eighth. It's not really going great stuff for the German driver at all. Two-stroke Germany now under attack from Duke Martin. And I remember these two had a great battle in Gavra Academy on one of the races. And that is what I mean. Two-stroke Germany getting caught in the grass. He's lost another position to Duke Martin. That was easier than I thought. Two-stroke Germany. What on earth has happened to him? The tyres or something have went off the cliff. He is pulling over and letting people through here. I think he needs to keep on going because points matter. Every single point counts in this championship.6.5 now got 2x2 almost. Bessar leading the way by 6.5 tenths. He hasn't shaken off the attentions of Steve just yet. We've got 6 more laps to go. Lek in third, Pure Drive beginning to attack him as well. They take the wide out line into turn one once again. Not the favoured line, I've got to say. Bessar has had a bit of a moment through turn one, and now this is Steve's opportunity to try and get him on the run down towards the curves. Trying to get him on through the crane of curves. Now into the old hairpin. This race has just turned on its head. Two-stroke Germany, by the way, is into the pits to repair some damage, I think, that he picked up from his spin from the lead. I don't know what happened with him. I'd like to try and get him for an interview some point this season to see what happened. But Bessar leading the way by a second now. He might have this, you know. Steve in second. Lek in third. It's the real battle for third and fourth. The final podium position now starting to get going. Polystyrene boards flying everywhere out on track. Lek and Pure Drive. And Pure Drive's got a much better drive out of there. A much better drive. He's only a 1/10.5 off him now. Can he get the slipstream? Can he get the move done into the Robert chicane? He is lining up the move. Could he go late on the brakes? Danny Rick style. He's going to back off, and he doesn't wisely get into a tangle there with Lek. Wisely backing off. Can he get him done down into turn one at Redgate? Let's find out. Running down the straight. We're on to lap 17. 5 more laps including this one, and Bessar has got a reduced advantage of 6.5 tenths to Steve. And I think once again he's just made a little bit of a mistake there, Bessar out of Redgate. Lek in third, Pure Drive in fourth. There are other battles going on further down the field. I think everyone has just really spread themselves out at the minute. Two-stroke Germany, I think, has now given up the ghost on this race and has pretty much retired the car. Not great stuff. Lek just losing the back end there. That is going to sense an opportunity for Pure Drive. Here he comes. Pure Drive now on the back end of Lek. Is he going to try and get him through into the Schreins curve and McLean's? Let's find out. Is he going to go around the outside line? He could switch on the inside. He is. Pure Drive switches on the inside, but it's covered by Lek at the minute. Now on the run up towards Coppers. Going great guns at the minute, Pure Drive and Lek. 17 out of 21. 4 more laps after this one. And the crescendo is beginning to... the blood is beginning to come to the boil here in Gavra Racing Clio Cup Round 1. This is unbelievable stuff. Out on track. Two-stroke Germany, by the way, has exited the pits. If you're a fan of him, his race has gone to absolute pot. Bessar leads the way. Steve in second. Lek in third. Pure Drive in fourth. They're running down the straight. 4 more laps now. Can Pure Drive get him into turn one? Can he get him through Redgate? He could get him, I think, at the crane of curves. He tries to launch it down the inside. Lock up there from Lek. He's got him on the inside. Pure Drive backs off wisely, though, and he didn't really get the run off the corner as he would have wanted. Just take a breather for a minute. We've got the battle for the lead heating up. Steve now on the back end of Bessar. And this is not over by any stretch of the imagination. Bessar leading by 5 tenths. Steve quicker last time around. They're approaching two-stroke Germany, who is a lapped car. And I think he's been lapped twice, actually, in this race. The guys, everyone else has lapped him, I think. Pretty much. Oh! And Bessar's made a mistake! Bessar has made a mistake! Either he let him through or he's got a problem or something. Bessar has made a mistake out of McLean's, and Steve now flashing the lights. He is really glad with that. He's now in a clear, unassailable lead of 1.5 seconds with 3 laps to go. But still, we see the battle for third heating up. Pure Drive. He always seems to get closer to Lek under the braking zone into the Robert chicane at the final 2 corners, but then he never really attacks it. Go for it, my son. Go for it, Pure Drive. I want to try and see a move done into turn 1. I'm going to challenge him. Danny Rick move I want to see from Pure Drive. Obviously, don't endanger your other driver when doing it. I want to see clean, fair moves here out on track. And I think the level of racing here was really picked up a notch in the second half of the race. First half of the race, the driving standards, yeah, they might have been a little bit on edge and they may just need looking at a little bit. But honestly, for a first race of Clio Cup, why wouldn't you want to get involved in this? We've got now a 3-way battle developing for 6th. Motormouth is under attack once again from Matteo. These guys have been at it for quite a long time in the race. Matteo just runs wide, but he's got a much better run out compared to Motormouth. Now Matteo, is he going to attack him into Schwinn's curve? Let's have a look. He's got Duke Martin attacking as well and behind. These guys are 7/10 away. Pure Drive not getting any closer to Lek in the meantime. We've got 2 more laps after this one. And Steve leads the way from Bessar in second, and that last lap really affected him. 19.7 compared to 16.9. 3-way battle for 6th. Motormouth, Matteo, Duke Martin. Let's take this on board with Matteo. Let's take it on board. Run down towards turn 1 with Matteo. And he's trying to attack him. Oh, and I can't believe it. I think everyone saw that. Motormouth was locked up. Motormouth completely locking up into the chicane. His tyres are gone. And it's now Matteo who was really getting that advantage. With 2 more laps to go here in Gavra Racing. Steve leading the way by 2.1 seconds from Bessar in second. Pure Drive in third, Lek in fourth. These guys have now lost a considerable amount of time. I think they're battling too aggressively. But let's watch on board with these guys. Because that is 2-stroke Germany, I think, just ahead. About to get lapped. It's either him or Jukebox Hero that's about to get lapped, I think. Jukebox Hero, I think, is that guy just going through Coppice at the end of the Sector 2. We're about to approach the final lap. What a race it's been for the first race. There he is, getting out of the way. 2-stroke Germany. The pole sitter getting out of the way. Sorry, it was Jukebox Hero getting out of the way. There's 2-stroke Germany out on track. So, let me just go back on board, if I can work the cameras. On to the final lap we go. Bessar is into the pits. What on earth? Bessar is into the pits. What on earth is going on? Bessar into the pit, and that has just inherited Pure Drive and Lek a podium position. Bessar, drive-through penalty for him. That is a drive-through penalty for Bessar. Lek trying to attack him around the outside into Redgate. Trying to attack Pure Drive, that is, into Redgate. Bessar is out in the pits, he's in 5th. And that is Jukebox Hero getting out of the way. Big Smokes Cheese is now inherited 4th. And the 2-way battle for 2nd. Pure Drive, Lek. They want this. They want this really hard. They don't want to make contact though. Lek is much better run off. And there's contact! Lek has contact with the back end. He tried to go for the move. He's on the grass. He could have done a Billy Monger there and crashed, but goodness me, he's kept that going. Brilliant recovery from Lek, but those tyres are shot. He's getting caught on the grass, and Big Smokes Cheese now can inherit 3rd, possibly here. There is Bessar as well. He could be not be out of this either. In towards the final 2 corners now, though. Robert Chicane waits for Steve Boredom. He has dominated this race, especially in the last couple of laps where the race has just fell apart. Steve Boredom, though, is going to be your inaugural winner of the Clio Cup. Round 1 goes to Steve Boredom. He takes all 30 points here at Donington. Pure Drive is going to be coming across the line in 2nd. Lek has made a mistake in 3rd. He's just going to rappel off Big Smokes Cheese, who was attacking him to the line. And in fact, it's Bessar attacking Big Smokes Cheese to the line. They finish 4th and 5th. Duke Martin across the line, just about to come across the line in 6th. Somebody's off in the background, that's King Quinn. King Quinn's off in the background, sends the polystyrene boards flying out on track. Matteo across the line in 7th. These guys are going to jump up though with Bessar's penalty. King Quinn led the iron. Percy about to come across the line. If you're a fan of Percy, he's done well, bless him. He's finished 11th. Jukebox Hero is across the line, and that is it. That is the race over. What a thrilling end to that race. It's Steve Boredom who takes it, though, with a 2-second time penalty, an 8-second win from him. Pure Drive in 2nd, Lek in 3rd, Big Smokes Cheese in 4th, Duke Martin in 5th, Matteo 6th, Motormouth 7th, King Quinn 8th, led the iron 9th, Bessar 10th, Percy Jukebox here on two-stroke Germany, who retired out the race on lap 19, the pole sitter, finishing in 13th place. And my God, that was a great opening to the Renault Clio Cup Championship. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did in the commentary box, because there'll be more to come from this championship this season. We go to Catalonia in a week's time, same time, 8:30, with me in the commentary box. I bid you farewell for now. Thank you very much for watching round 1 of Gavra Racing Clio Cup, and until next time, goodbye.